Hello, this is Ramon Phipps with The Detail. Let's talk about how to love yourself. Now, I actually just want to focus on one skill set to be able to cultivate self-love. There are many other ways that you can do this, such as routine practice of self-care, managing your environment by weeding out that which no longer serves you any value, and of course, even cultivating better emotional dynamics in your relationships using things like boundary setting or assertive communication. These are all great ways to practice self-love, but let's focus on one that a lot of people ask questions about: self-affirmations. I have a lot of meditations on self-affirmations, and a lot of them give you guided prompts, mantras, phrases to say to yourself so that you can start to internalize the overall belief. But that's exactly what self-affirmations are. So let me just throw this out there. A self-affirmation and its use for people who are trying to improve their ability to love themselves is an effort to fake it until you make it. Yes, fake it until you make it. You will not believe that you are great beyond all measure, you are loving, you are valuable, if you truly have a long history of shaming yourself or judging yourself or critiquing yourself, thinking that you're not good enough. If you have trouble practicing self-affirmations, it's for an obvious reason. It's just because you don't believe what you are saying. And the point of a self-affirmation is not to instantaneously change your mind. This is not hypnosis. However, over the course of time, we start to recondition our mind. Think of it this way. You're listening to a song in passing on the radio over the course of 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and it just comes on and passing. You barely listen to it, you bob your head on it sometimes. Heck, it might even not be your genre of choice. And then one day, you find yourself singing the lyrics. How did that happen? Well, your mind, it conditions itself, subconsciously and consciously. Because over the course of us taking in the same external stimuli, it eventually becomes hardwired into our overall memory storage system. This may one day create this resonating effect where you're able to sing the lyrics out loud, even if you don't like the song, but you just know the song. And that's something that's very impressive for your human mind. Self-affirmations work exactly the same way. We say nice things to ourselves over and over and over again, and sometimes they may fall flat, other times they may be hugely motivational, sometimes it may just be very routine in why we are saying them. But we say them for the belief that one day they will be conditioned into our mind as a core conviction as to who we are. This will take time, this will take effort, this will take practice, but most of all, it would need consistency. If you practice a meditation, such as one of the guided meditations on this channel, again, you are given certain prompts where you can meditatively go through the same mantras over and over and over again. However, there are other ways to do this. Maybe you want to start every morning with a self-affirmation activity, something that will take 20 to 30 seconds of your time. But the thing about this is you must be truly emotionally and mentally vulnerable with yourself. I always recommend looking in the mirror. Just look in the mirror when you wake up. And the first things that you say to yourself before you say any other thing is just say, I love you. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are somebody who is going to be able to achieve their successes, whatever it might be for your affirmation. Something that you want to manifest for your life in the future. You keep saying that to yourself over and over again at minimum 10, at minimum 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 times. I don't really care, as long as you're saying it to yourself over and over and over again. Make this a routine. That's just one way that you could practice affirmations, morning affirmations in your mirror. That's the activity. Or again, in the midst of a meditation or a self-affirmation meditation. That's another way that you can beautifully do that. Maybe you want to do a writing activity. That's another great way that you can just journal, jot down your affirmations over and over and over again. Maybe you want to make some art out of it, like make a poster of self-affirmations. Maybe you want to design a t-shirt. Whatever it may be for you, make a song, write a poem about how much you love yourself. It's about the belief that you are trying to cultivate for tomorrow. It's hardly about yourself today, but again, you're building the blocks for your overall mindset and attitude towards tomorrow. This form of psychology training is called the positive mental attitude. It comes from the branch of positive psychology, and it's a great way for us to see that life is quite impressive, valuable, and worthwhile even when we don't have much. And let's just say that we don't have everything that we want in our life. Like, we don't have the car we want, we don't have the house we want, we don't have the socioeconomic status we want, whatever it might be. Let's just say that we don't have these things in life. It's very easy to shame ourselves, blame ourselves, get in mental and emotional ruts, or we can improve ourselves and maybe work towards these things by cultivating a foundational belief that we can have them if we work for them, if we're able to find that inner strength, that motivation, that position of acceptance towards what may be holding us back, and of course that inspiration to know that even though we might have many weights holding us down in the ground, we may be able to unshackle ourselves slowly but surely if we continue to chisel it away at the chains, but one affirmation at a time. You say you love yourself 100 times today, tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. Do that for 7 days straight. And believe me, you'll probably love yourself a little bit more. Small exercises such as that morning mirror self-affirmation activity can be great ways towards helping yourself find solace, peace, hope, and inspiration in the darkest recesses of your mind that may not believe that these things exist. Use your brain to your advantage. Say these things even if it feels like they're hitting a wall. I love you. You are strong. You are amazing. You are capable. And one day, you will find yourself fitting into that mold. Stay mindful.